$38,000 paid off. $38,000 of debt paid off in a year. What? I'm proud of myself too. Like, I can't even believe it. If you want to find out how I did it, stay tuned. As a senior in high school, I didn't know what interest was. I didn't know what like student loans were. All I knew was the fact that I had to go to college to give myself a better future, and it was getting pretty close to the deadline. So 3 years after my first year at the private school, I transferred out and went to a state school, which was probably like the best decision I made, just because it was closer to home. It was more affordable, and at this point I had learned about interest rates. I had learned about student loans a little bit more from watching YouTube videos. So the first thing I did was, right after college, I got a stranglehold of how much debt I was in. I had looked at the financial aid websites. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Fine Aid or something like that, to look at how much loans I was given from the entire time I was in college. I was just like, oh no, something has to be done about this. I was fortunate enough to have gotten a full-time job before graduating from college, so I was able to plan out my financial situation much better before my 6-month grace period was over. So I graduated May 2018. Yesterday made it 2 years since I left college. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's been 2 years. Oh my gosh, the time flew by. So the second thing that I did to help pay off my debt was create a budget. Now, I know there's a lot of people that states this fact, but it's so true. Knowing where your money is going is so important. Let me know in the comment section below if I should make a video of how I plan out or how I budget my money on a monthly basis. I will definitely do that for you guys. Just let me know in the comment section. So the third thing that I did to help me pay off my debt was scheduling payments. Not automatic payments, but scheduling them. I found that to be very helpful, because then I can plan the payments around when I got paid. One of the things that I noticed is that when you set up automatic payments, like the dates that they choose sometimes doesn't align with when you get paid. Depending on the company, you can change the date sometimes, but honestly, sometimes you can't. When I first got my job, I knew I was getting paid on the 15th and the last of the month. So what I did was I looked at the dates that my student loans were due, and I bucketed them into 2 buckets. So the first bucket was all the loans that I had to pay before the 15th. So, and by that I mean if the payment fell right before the 30th, I made sure to make that payment on the 15th. Now, if it was due, let's say in the beginning of the month, so like the 1st or the 5th, then I made sure to use the last of the month to make those payments. So I hope that was helpful. If it was too, let me know in the comment section if it was too confusing. But I really don't like owing people money. I don't need my credit score to be jacked up, okay? Like, the next thing I did was create a plan on how I was gonna attack this debt. So I looked at my loans. So by this time I had learned about Dave Ramsey. I had learned about the debt snowball, debt avalanche, like the whole shebang. The one piece that I took from the Dave Ramsey debt snowball method was having $1,000 emergency fund. And once I had my $1,000, I then took all the money and allocated to debts. I started tackling the loan that had the highest interest. So I also made sure to enjoy the little free time that I had. I work at a Big Four, so we have a thing called busy season. Busy season starts in September and ends in March, and that's when you pretty much have no free time. So let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to make a video about what it's like working at a Big Four. I was so committed and so passionate about paying my debt off. I honestly tried to pay all my debt off in a year, and then I just realized that just wasn't possible. So I made it my mission that before the new year started, and by new year I meant 2020, I made sure to pay off all my credit card debt. By doing all of these things, I was able to pay off $38,000. So just to recap, I got a stranglehold of how much debt I was in. I looked at the numbers. I was aware of what the numbers were. Then I created a budget. After I created a budget, I made scheduled payments. After I made scheduled payments, I sent all the money that I had to it. So whether it was a bonus or a refund check, I sent everything to that. I pretty much lived, breathed, and slept debt payment because I did not want such a huge amount of debt just hanging over my head. My goal, and I'm gonna speak this into existence, I will be debt free by the time I am 26 years old. That was my video. I hope you guys found this very informational, very helpful.